Welcome, people. Do you need comfort? If so, go grab something to write with and something to write on because today's activity, Do You Need Comfort, is designed to help empower you locate where you are so you can understand where you are, how you got there, and do something about it. Now, some of us may be experiencing heartache that no one seems to understand, anger from the passing of a loved one, or maybe even a door opportunity closing in our face when we were so optimistic that things would work out. And if that's the case, I want you to know that I completely understand. And the reality is that emotions are a part of life, and it's our job to be in control of our emotions and to not let those negative or toxic or draining emotions ruin our life and what we can do in the future with our life and our time. Now, make your 4 columns if you haven't already. Go ahead, make your 4 columns. In the first column, label it what's grieving your heart, what's making you sad or angry today. Column 2 is going to be labeled who wronged you or is involved in the wrong, and when did you realize the offense. Column 3, that will be our I am column, our I am statement. And column 4 will be labeled do you believe God? What are the facts? Now, in column 1, I specifically use the word grieving because I want you to think about any situation that is causing you to feel deep sorrow or distress, suffering, trouble, or as though you are facing an unforeseen situation or outcomes. It's just having you feel like you're dealing with a disaster. So go ahead and take some time and think that through and write it down there. Now, in column 2, again, who wronged you or is involved in the wrong? You know, sometimes the people that we love the most do us the most wrong and the most harm. And sometimes that person is us as well. So, again, I want you to take time and really think through the situation that you're dealing with and really determine who all is involved in that situation and making you feel the way you feel about that situation. Because if we cannot identify who's involved, that's a problem and it will keep us stuck and we'll become bitter instead of better. So if we're going to get better, we have to be able to acknowledge and address the situation and the people involved in it. Also, when did the offense happen? Because just because we're feeling that way now, don't mean that this is something that is new. This could be old trauma that we just never healed from. So again, identify the people and identify when you recognize that there was an issue. In column 3, our I am statement, it says, I am a child of the King, and my Father cares for me, sees where I am, hears when I call, and provides comfort and rest for my soul. Now, if you choose to write something else there, you can. Just remember that your I am statement is your declaration to yourself. It is your empowerment statement to shift your perspective so that you can speak life over yourself and where you are. Because the key in forward movement is knowing that you can and you do have the authority to move in your best interest when you're really and ready. Now, in the last column, column 4, do you believe God? What are the facts? Now, if you don't believe God, that's a whole nother issue. But if you do believe God, I want you to go ahead and state the facts. So you may be saying, state the facts how? By fact checking God. I said by fact checking God. That means going to his word. What does the good book say? What does your Bible say about the situation that you're dealing with, about the situation that you're facing? Go right to the scriptures and get the source and get the information straight from the source. So, in both instances, whether you do or you don't believe, you still can go to the same place and get the facts and get the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Because sometimes we look for comfort in things, places, and people. However, all things don't bring comfort. Certain places we go to lead to self destruction, and people, while some are willing, don't have the capacity to heal our soul. As always, I'm Coach Sam telling you 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you could change your life. So go ahead and do something life changing now.